Oh, how could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Okay, so we have to have the obligatory Goblin series staple of, you know, land that is with like some sort of godlike being or entity with a very
Land
weird
of
land.
the Dead.
Okay, so
What you mean to say is that we have to have the final screen of a Goblin's game being some sort of an afterlife.
well,
In this case, an obvious dichotomy between good and evil, God and the devil, heaven and hell. You get the idea. And yes, this is the final screen of the game. And it has the single most headache-inducing time puzzle in the entire game. We are going to finish this in style.
yes, we are definitely going to.
Okay, so what is the goal of this screen?
So the final screen here is Wolfie needs to find a way to reconcile the two poles of divinity. The angel and the demon must play a duet, creating the music necessary for the note of harmony. Okay, so...
But that's only the beginning.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, what I was trying to make a reference to is that Goblins 1 had a screen where basically there was like some sort of land you appeared in, you know, to see a statue of a godlike being. And Goblins 2 had something similar, but it was like a musical trip, essentially. So it's like a mixture of the two, actually. Okay, so let's actually start up on this, because I know what these buttons do. They call for these chains to be put. The Spring of Bitterness. That's what it's called? I guess that means that basically good and evil both feel bitter with one another?
I guess bitter is the feeling in between good and evil.
It was created by the shed of the tears of these two.
Okay.
Let's actually talk to the positive.
So, good or evil, they are both angsty. Or maybe a combination of good and evil creates angst.
Before leaving, only one musician played the sacred music.
So yes, like we said, this is the final boss by all intents and purposes. The final screen of the game, the final level of the labyrinth, which is still not a labyrinth, technically. And we have to create music.
Yes. Music of all time. Whoa!
Donald Duck, what are you doing there?
I honestly did not think of Donald Duck. It's a storm cloud full of electricity. What does that do then, if I hit with the hammer? Okay, interesting.
Yes, no electricity, methinks. Oh wait, he doesn't have anything to play. He doesn't have a text.
Before the big rift, he used to play the sacred music. It was beautiful. Okay.
So we needed to reconcile heaven with hell.
And how about you then, Angel?
In parallel with reconciling the two regions of Foliandre.
In order to leave, I must find a way to play the sacred music. I actually do know one thing, actually, we need to do first. Because he's holding it, what we need. So... okay, so...
let's see what comes out of that gate.
True, actually, let's see.
No, nothing, because you need to...
Oh,
well...
right, the fence. Okay, so... let me... okay, I didn't realize. I thought the gate, you know,
would open?
Yeah.
No.
It's the...
No, it's never that simple.
In that case, we need to get rid of the other thing, then. With the hammer.
Yes.
It's quite rudimentary, this this part at least.
Well, wait up until you get to the main portion of this screen. It's going to be a headache and a half.
Yeah. Okay, so let us now start this. And
Oonga boongala,
Okay,
oonga
so we
boongala,
have-
oonga boongala.
so we have that hand working over there. Let us start. We need a true tug of war going on with this. Oh,
Yes, you need to be really fast in this one. And the screen moving slowly as you move the arrow around really does not help your cause here.
no, it does not. So, it goes faster right for some reason. Okay, so stay put, hand.
Oonga boongala, oonga boongala, oonga
Okay.
boongala.
Get onto that chain.
Michael Jackson, okay.
We had an epic tug of war, and only we won.
Oonga boongala, oonga boongala to you too, good sir.
The sacred score.
Mmm.
Sacred score. Okay,
Right.
obviously we need the string for something, so...
Now, okay, if you can give the score to the Devil Man.
Okay. Let's put it on his...
The string, you shall need the string for when the note is formed.
Ah, right. Okay, so we have that one.
Okay,
So now
okay, okay. This is what you need to do now. You need to go back where the angel is and give him the coin.
Yes. Oh, that didn't work. Why did that not work?
I don't know.
Well,
Okay, maybe you need to start with the coin.
yes,
I guess.
let's start with the coin.
No, you can leave the... I think you can leave the music there.
It's just,
No, wait.
it's just this...
You need to... Oh my gosh, you also need to transport the text from one part of the screen to the next. I cannot even begin to explain to you people what the puzzle we are about to undergo here entails. You will just have to see for yourself. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty much. Huh.
Okay, there is definitely something missing here.
Incredibly. So what exactly is missing in this little exchange then? Because we have the hammer and the axe, and we also have this. Let me see here. I doubt the demon is going to help us much with this. Or the angel for that matter.
Don't you need to get rid of the puddle of bitterness somehow?
String on the basin?
No.
Stop.
No, okay, something needs to be done about the basin, methinks.
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Actually, I'm curious about something, because we're at the point now where the game is over. Well, the game will be over next, so what does the Goblin news say? King Angoliath offers a reward for any word regarding his son who's disappeared.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, so he's running from home, I see.
Turmoil between the gods. This seems to be the place where the conflict is taking place. I know why I have been sent here. I have to make the two kingdoms come together as one. The two hands must tie the knot, and thus they will become one. This is the end of my quest.
Oh, it's a metaphor for marriage.
Yep.
That's stupid.
Some of these pictures are quite amusing.
Yes, they are, aren't they? Okay, I don't understand that one, but it's funny. And this one also.
That's also in the chessboard.
Yes.
That's... Is that supposed to be...
and I.
Is that supposed to be the sun?
Yes, he is.
But he looks different from the sun we saw. Whoa! There's you.
This looks suspiciously like a cover art from a Stephen King novel, an early Stephen King novel about a werewolf, specifically.
That one's just literally taken from the actual screen.
Well, not quite. 2 characters have been repositioned.
That too. Wow, you think with how Xeno looks here, you think she was evil or something?
Well, she's a queen by the name of Xena, so she's either Lucy Lawless or she's evil.
Ow. Okay, that would have been interesting. And then there's the wolf. It's the sleeping city, which we weren't standing upon. Oh my god. What is...
Who the heck designed this version of Blount? I demand to know who's responsible for this artistic choice, which I'm sure it's a very specific reference to something, but I cannot put my finger on it. It's amazing.
That face.
It's amazing. I love it.
Okay, there's a tiny unicycle. Okay, I think the rest we've seen. So, let's just get out of this. I mean, we could use the jokers. Yeah.
I mean, it's the end of the game. If you're not going to use them now, you're never going to use them ever again.
Okay, so, well, since we're running out of time, let's talk to the positive pole, pick up the piece of thread, break the wall with the hammer and the fence with the axe.
Done.
Ring the left doorbell and then the right. Jump on the chain, the hands stretch, get the music score and put it into the spring. Oh!
Oh! Wait, what?
Oh, I get it now.
I don't get it. Why?
Okay, I get it. It's a very weird thing. Okay, who has the score? Because this is going to be a very odd thing for you to, actually, it's a very odd metaphor. So we take the sacred score, we put it in the spring. Yeah, I know, right? It's very
my reaction exactly.
So let's ring this doorbell. Now, as soon as I hear it ringing, let's get clicking.
Yes, who's there? The milkman. Oh boy.
This is probably why you were thinking to jump into the basin. And it's why I basically thought there was an item down there myself.
Well, now there is, isn't it?
Yes. And that's because it's a very... No. The basin. Now we have 2 scores. 1 for good, 1 for evil.
This is dumb.
It is a...
Also, you might... Wait, stop.
Yeah?
You might want to start up from the angel, because I see you have less trouble moving the arrow from left to right.
Yeah. That's why I basically decided to put the score on this side first.
Right, so now we can actually access to the final puzzle of the game, which is still a doozy to think about it.
Yeah. It's an interesting but yet silly metaphor.
Okay, never mind the coin. The coin doesn't matter.
Okay, so now let's hammer that cloud.
Yep. This is all timed, by the way.
It's a generous time from what I remember.
If it were to be any faster, you wouldn't have a chance. Okay, so now that's done.
Okay, so now we need to put a string onto both of those notes.
Literally, yes, we are tying the note through music. It's the dumbest metaphor imaginable, but there you go, and now you call the hands again.
Yes, we call the hands for the third and last time for this puzzle.
To tie the knot.
So get going, Wolfie. I don't know why the wolf is the one doing this particular puzzle and not Blount.
And we have beaten Goblins free. There you go.
We have created the note of harmony between good
High
and
five.
evil. Thanks to the sacred partition, the divinity found its uniqueness again. The water of the spring became calm, and since it watered the two kingdoms, peace returned.
Yes. Doesn't that sound like the music of Love and Peace?
Chaos, more like.
That's definitely the kind of mirabulant performance that would reunite the two warring kingdoms together.
Yeah.
Definitely. Love and peace. Good and evil. Man and woman. The wedding of the century?
Drink polyandry, water and serenity will enter your hearts forever. Thanks to the hard work of all parties involved, the conflict between Xena and Bod, or Bood, ends very happily. It is incredible. Blount is actually King Angolofre's son, whose childhood had been tormented after being kidnapped by a demon.
Who's writing these articles?
Blount? But yeah.
No?
Also, we kind of knew that Blount was the king's son.
Maybe it was meant to be a twist. But then again, if you play the Goblins too, there was a kid named Blount who was the aforementioned Prince Buffoon, so it isn't much of a twist, is it?
Well, technically they didn't name him Blount back then. We just kind of knew he was Blount.
Are you sure? Because I am pretty sure he was named Blount in the game.
Well, I thought it was called I actually forgot what his name is, the Fool's Son or something. Anyway, the Prince Fools or something. Anyway, let's just...
The Prince Buffoon! I just literally told you!
Yeah, Prince Buffoon, that's it. Okay, so now that we've done this, what will happen to all of our friends?
I don't know.
Yeah, everyone's in love!
Yes, we are missing yet another element of cutscene from this version. Also in the CD-ROM, this whole image used to be fully animated.
Yeah, I would not know that part at least.
Also, yes, yet another artist, completely different artist, working on this game's cutscenes.
Right. So...
Okay, so everybody gets spared. Champ with Champette, Furbert with Furbette, Bizou with Bizou Guy, and even Ouya has a Ouyette, apparently.
Oh gosh.
Why?
I like how every one of them has, like, an obvious, like, you know, opposite gender, you know, appearance. But
yes,
Bizou,
exactly.
But Bizou's male counterpart does not have an obvious, you know, appearance.
Hold on. You shipped and paired everyone, and yet the dragon is still single?
Well, obviously the dragon gets with the princess.
And what about Wolfie?
Well, Wolfie gets Winona too.
Sorry for asking.
Yeah. Okay, so we're kind of done here, I think. But
We are definitely done with this game. This is the ending. Actually, yes, this is the actual final picture. This is the final image you get of this game. It is over.
Thoughts on this particular Goblins game and the entire series, because there was definitely never a fourth one. There was never a fourth. Anyway, so this is the final of the trilogy anyway, and this is probably the one that's most playable.
Yes, that's putting it mildly.
Because if the first one had the health system ruining your day, the second one had tricky timing to get down.
You've seen one such puzzle in this game that's very reminiscent of the previous one, which drove us crazy, imaging an entire game of nothing but death.
I know. Good lord.
That's Goblins too. So, back to the question at hand. Do we still like Goblins 3?
I'm a bit conflicted because I like it, but at the same time it's like there are certain aspects that seem to carry over from the past Goblin games, especially number 2, but only like slightly, because the timing puzzles do not seem as, well, egregious.
Egregious, that's one way of putting it.
How about you, though?
Well, yes and no myself.
Oh, wow. So me and you are both conflicted.
I like this game because I played it as a child, but it was not even my favorite as a child. But much like all point-and-click adventure games I played back then, I have a fond space in my heart specifically for it. Because again, they are sort of my gaming childhood. This is definitely on the lower end of the spectrum, mostly because, yes, in order to beat it, I had to go through all that hullabaloo with the jokers and all that, which I explained at the beginning of this playthrough.
Yeah,
but you know what? It's not as bad as Goblins 2. It is superior to it. It is far better programmed and a lot more doable overall.
Yeah, and plus most of the puzzles can be worked out, you know, in the end, at least, if you, you know, if you're not stuck.
Well, some of them can.
Yeah. Oh boy. So, story-wise though, it's a bit, meh though. Run-of-the-mill. Though with some quirky bits here and there, at least.
Yes.
I really have nothing to add to it, really, other than look at the screen. This is very atypical, perfect, romantic end for everybody.
I think it's a post-modern version of a Fable's happy ending. It went back in being a parody of itself, because this is too absurd. Also, why is Chomp dating Super Mario, now that I think about it?
Oh, Chomp, I would love you so much.
Oh,
no!
And with that said, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yes, thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoyed us playing through this game. So,
I sure enjoyed making jokes.
Yes, we all enjoyed making jokes.
Look forward for our playthrough of Goblins 4!
Goblins what? I don't recall.
Yes, right after we take Devar to therapy.
Yes, take care, and please know that if I was to remake this game, Winona would not be a damsel.
If I were to remake this game...
Yes.
I would. Well, it would be nothing but me petting Fulbert for 2 hours.
That seems like a fair trade.
Actually, no, I would make it the Bizou Grand Adventure in Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, wow. Stabbing Blount in the eye.
Stabbing everyone in the eye.
Oh, boy. Well, take care, buddy, and see you around.
Good night. Betty Boop. Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Oh, Betty Boop. Big Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Big
Betty
Betty
Boop.
Boop.
Betty Boop.
Dubai, Dubai,
Dubai,
Dubai,
Dubai,
Dubai,
Dubai.
Dubai.
Blount had rejected his painful past as a prince to become an anonymous reporter. Since he had found peace and love again, he was able to go back to his fathers.
Bravo, et belle qui peut. Viva Balou, Madame Balou.
Viva Balou, Madame Balou.
Vive Bravo, une belle réponse. Bravo, Vive Bravo, une belle réponse. Bravo.
Viva Balou.
I'm trying to escape! Go, go, go!